Is Tom Segura actually funny? Let's find out. Tom Segura was recommended by one of my loyal subscribers, all right? Now, on this channel, we honor the legends, and we like savage comedy over here. If you like savage comedy, write savage in the comments. We like comedy that is just disrespectful. So somebody said Tom Segura qualifies, and we're here. All right, why do you guys like Tom Segura? Where is he from? Give me a backstory on him, and let me know, a little bit about his whole ride as a comedian. All right, we need to get this video to 500 likes or better. I don't want a video on my channel that is not over 500 likes or better. And without further ado, let's get into the reaction.
It's all the same cliche shit they said when we were kids. They now say as adults, right? They're like, oh, you watch too much TV, it'll rot your mind, or you can't learn anything from television. But that's not true. You can learn a lot from television. For instance, without television, I would have no idea that Steven Seagal is out of his fucking mind. Or alive. I also didn't know that. He has a show. It's not a scripted show. It follows around the real Steven Seagal, and every episode begins with him looking in the camera and saying, I don't know if you knew this or not, but for the last 20 years, I've been a cop. And you're like, what did you just say? I thought you've been making shitty movies for the last 20 years. What are you talking about? You watch the show, he has the most unlikable quality in a human being, which is that he is an expert in everything. Literally, if a dog walks by, he's like, that's a Shih Tzu boxer hound mix right there. And they're like, how do you know that? He's like, I've been working.
Hold on real quick. How many of y'all actually still watch Steven Seagal movies? I haven't seen a Steven Seagal movie in about 20, 30 years, but how many of y'all here now are still watching Steven Seagal movies? And what are your favorite Steven Seagal movies? Because he did put out some good movies. Even though we joking, we clowning, we got to give Steven Seagal his props. He definitely had the movies in the 90s.
A dog walks by, he's like, that's a Shih Tzu boxer hound mix right there. And they're like, how do you know that? He's like, I've been working with dogs for like 35 years. Then a helicopter flies by, and he's like, that's a HUB 106. And they're like, how do you know that? And he's like, I've been flying helicopters for like 47 years. Then he does the thing, though, that everybody does who knows something about everything. Everybody has a friend, no matter what you're doing. They know the history of it all. They know every topic, every fucking fact. If you're eating dinner, they're like, forks are from the Roman times, and they would sculpt them out of bark. And you're like, will you shut the fuck up and let me finish this, please? Seagal will do that.
I could not look, if you're going to give me facts, but don't fact check me all the time. I'm all about learning new things, but yeah, I can't stand the person that's always trying to put me on to something new. Let me figure it out on my own. You know what I mean? I get you want to put me on, but let me learn for myself. If you agree, you that type of person, right, agree. I can't stand when a person is overly pushing the narrative. Please don't do that.
From the Roman times, and they would sculpt them out of bark, and you're like, will you shut the fuck up and let me finish this, please? Seagal will do that too, but he's making it up. He'll be like, they also call that helicopter a skippy. And they're like, why? He goes, listen to it. Skip. That's bullshit. You made that shit up. No, seriously. It just blows my mind. It really does. That everybody in this room, everybody has this real world possibility in their lives. All of us. We could go tonight. If we wanted to, tonight, you could go to Louisiana, you could start a fight in a bar, and there is a real world possibility that Steven Seagal will arrest you. Isn't that insane? I've lost sleep over this shit. I mean, that's crazy. That's literally like if you leave here and you roll through a stop sign and then Sylvester Stallone is like, hey, roll it down. And you're like, get the fuck out of here. You work here? That's my passion, yeah. Will you say Adrian or something? Nah. It's nuts. You have to watch this show. He panders to every group according to race, knowing full well there's a camera crew following him around. He doesn't give a shit. If you're white, he's like, how's it going? All right. And then to black people, he's like, "What's up, cuz?" And they're like, "Hey, what's up?"
I ain't gonna. All right, look. As a black man, I gotta say this, okay? I'm all about people that are of the culture, but like I can't stand when somebody try to talk slang that's just not built for the slang. Like just because you see a black person don't mean, hey, what up, bro? Nah, talk how you was talking before you brought your ass around me. Don't just be coming around. You know what I mean? And some people, I think that they don't mean it. It's not their intentions to be like rude or funny. They're trying to, be cordial. But I just feel like be cordial and be yourself. If you agree, right, be yourself. I can't stand when somebody come around trying to have like an accent, a fake, all of a sudden now they got a hood accent. Come on, bro, be yourself, man. I respect you more.
Like, how's it going? All right. And then to black people, he's like, "What's up, cuz?" And they're like, "Hey, what's up? I'm holding you down, so holla if you need something."
Oh, my God.
Okay.
All right.
And then to all Latino, Spanish-speaking people, he insists on speaking horrifically broken Spanish, even if they start the conversation in English. If they're like, "Hey, yeah, I called 911, thank you for coming." The thing is, he's like, "Hola. Mucho queso." He's like, "I think my English is way better than your Spanish, man." And he's like, "No, gracias. No." And then to all Asian people, he bows, regardless of where he meets them.
Oh, my God.
If you're Asian and
I feel like, he is pointing out a good point, man. We got to respect people's cultures and all that. Like, if you're not Asian, don't walk up on no Asian talk about, "Yes, sir." You know what I mean? You don't do that. And I understand that some people are like trying to be down, but it comes off very bad. It comes off very ignorant when you're trying to it's like you're mimicking the culture. You know what I mean? And I just really feel like be yourself. As long as you be yourself, everybody accepts you. You know what I'm saying?
And then to all Asian people, he bows, regardless of where he meets them. If you're Asian and you cross Steven Seagal's path, he's like, "Yeah." And you see him, they go, "Hey, I was born here, you dick. Like, you don't have to do that." And he's like, "Sorry, I've been doing martial arts for like 85 years. He trains other cops in hand-to-hand combat. I think that's infuriating for those cops. It's not like we're hanging out. We're like, "Hey, man, do you want to do like a couple shots and then go down the street?" Steven Seagal is teaching people how to throw punches. And we're like, "Okay, yeah, let's fucking go." No. It's you're a cop and you show up at work and they're like, "We're going to go over hand-to-hand combat today so you can protect yourself if you're in a really dangerous situation." You're like, "Oh, cool. Who'd you bring in to teach us? Like some Navy SEALs or Green Berets?" And they go, "No. We brought in Steven Seagal." And you're like, "Are we shooting a fucking movie this week or something?" Like, "Okay, I'll pass because that's ridiculous. I don't want to be a part of that." That's literally like if you're like at NASA and they're like, "All right, future astronauts, we're going to go over space exploration. And to get us started, why don't you welcome Captain Kirk? Come on out, man." And you're like, "Is he qualified to do this?" And they're like, "Oh, you've seen him do all that shit. Yeah, he knows what he's talking about, man. He's been up there."
He said he's been out there.
They show him teaching people how to fight. It's horrible. He's bloated now. He doesn't have the same.
Yo, I'm going to be honest with you. I did see a video I want to say about a year ago of Steven Seagal fight. He cannot fight, yo. And I'm not saying like a street fighter. No, I'm talking about professionally. He's not a professional fighter. Terrible. He's definitely right about that.
You've seen him do all that shit. Yeah, he knows what he's talking about, man. He's been up there. They show him teaching people how to fight. It's horrible. He's bloated now. He doesn't have the same range of motion. He's like, "Everybody line up." If somebody throws a punch, you can block it like that. and then you can kick him in the throat like that. Are you kicking a child in the throat right now? Some people's throats are down there. I like Havarti cheese the most. What's your favorite?
Tom Segura, first time, man. He really winning on Steven Seagal. I actually like this guy. You know, I do got on this channel. We got like Daniel Tosh, we got our savages, Bill Burr, Louis C.K., and I feel like Tom Segura fits right in on this channel. I mean, we honor all the legends on this channel. If you guys have any recommendations, drop them in the comments. You know, I'm also at 39,000, trying to get to 1 million. So make sure everybody subscribes, hits the top bell, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.